Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya'i wal Mursaleen amma ba'du fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So we were discussing lesson 6. We've already done 2 parts of it. We're now on the 3rd part. In this part we are going to learn about some necessary rulings relating to Jama' plural, okay? First thing we're going to learn is Jama' Mudhakkar Salim, the sound masculine plural. It only comes for the names and the qualities. Okay? The names and the qualities. Name is alam. Name is alam. And qualities are sifat. Okay? So the plural of alam is a'lam. Qualities, yeah, and the plural names, yeah, plural of names is a'lam, the plural of alam, and the plural of qualities sifat is sifat. Okay, we're learning about plural anyway, so this means Jama' Mudhakkar Salim only comes, the sound masculine plural only comes for the names and for the qualities of Mudhakkar Dhawil Uqul, masculine beings which are Dhawil Uqul, possessing intellect. Okay, so it's only going to come for Jama' Mudhakkar Salim is only going to come for something which is Mudhakkar, something which is masculine. Secondly, it's only going to come for something which is Dhawil Uqul, which possesses intellect. And the third thing is it's only going to come for these things, for their alam, for their name, or for their sifat, for their quality. Alright, these 3 things. So, for example, Zaidun. Zaidun is the singular word. The plural of it can be Zaiduna. Remember, the sound masculine plural. All you've done is added something at the end. Alright, Una. Another example is Muslimun, and then you've made it into Muslimuna. Okay, now look in both of these two examples. They are both fulfill the first quality, which is what? It has to be for a Mudhakkar, a masculine. Number 2, it has to be Zawil Uqul. It has to be something relating to something which possesses intellect. It does Zaid, does so does a Muslim, right? As referring to people. And the third thing is it has to either be a name like Zaid, or it has to be a quality like Muslim. It's like a sifat, isn't it? Yeah. Right? And Zaid is an alam. Zaid is an alam. Alam is a name. Yeah. Muslimun is a sifat. It's a quality. Yeah. Okay? So these words can be made into Jama' Mudhakkar Salim, sound masculine plural. You understand? Yeah. So you can make them into Zaiduna or Zaidina, and Muslimuna or Muslimina. You understand? Yeah. Right? Next, Hindun. The word Hindun we can't make its Jama' into Hinduna. Alright? Qalamun we can't make it into Qalamuna. Rajulun cannot be made into Rajuluna. Alright? Hindun, why can't we make it into Hinduna? Why can't we make it Jama' Mudhakkar Salim? Because Hind is feminine. So can we make it into Jama' Mudhakkar Salim? No. Can we make it into sound masculine plural? No. Because it's not even masculine. It's feminine. Yeah. So Hindun, you can't make a plural saying Hinduna or Hindina. Alright? Why? Because it's not even masculine. It is
feminine.
Correct. The second one was Qalamun, which means pen. Can you make that into Qalamuna or Qalamina? No. Because a pen is not Dhawil Uqul. It doesn't possess intellect. It's an object. Yeah. Right? So it cannot be Jama' Mudhakkar Salim. It cannot be a sound masculine plural. The third example they gave here, which they said cannot be sound masculine plural, is Rajulun. Rajulun means man. Now man is an interesting one. Is it masculine? Yeah. Yes. Does it possess intellect? Yeah. Yes. But then the third one was it has to be either a name or a quality. It has to be a alam, a name, or a quality which is sifat. Is rajulun a name?
No.
Is it a quality even? No.
No.
Okay. So for that reason you can't say rajuluna, right?
Yeah.
Or rajulina. You can't do the sound masculine plural ruling for it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the ruling here. If it is the name, right? Muzakkar dhawil uqul, we said it can either be sifat, quality, or it can be a name, alam. If it is alam, if it is a name, right, then this is also necessary that it does not have a round ta at the end, okay? It is also necessary that it does not have a round ta at the end, alright? So if it is a man's name, it must be such a man's name which does not have a round ta at the end. If it's got a round ta at the end, you cannot make it into a sound masculine plural then. You can't make Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So a name, for example, here is got Talhatu. Talha. Yeah? Talhatu is spelled, yeah? With a ta at the end. Can this be made into Talhatuna? No. Why? First of all, is it masculine? Yeah. Does it possess intellect? Yes. Now then, is it either a name or a quality? Yes. But it's got a round ta at the end, so we can't make a sound masculine plural out of this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So Talhatuna we can't. Why? Because it has a round ta at the end. Alright. Another thing is, as for it being a quality sifat, for a mudhakkar, a masculine, the will uqul, which possesses intellect, of the second condition. The third condition was it could either be a name or a quality. Now if it is a quality, right, then it is necessary that in its feminine form a round ta comes. Alright?
Yeah.
So it has to be masculine, it has to possess intellect, and now it's either a name or it's a quality. If it's a name, it has to be such a name which does not have a round ta. Okay, we've mentioned that before. Then it can be made into sound masculine plural Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Now we're talking about quality. So it's masculine, it possesses intellect. The third thing is now, it's not a name, it's a quality. It has to be such a quality that the feminine form of this quality has a round ta. Alright?
Yeah.
If it's such a quality that its feminine form does not have a round ta, then you cannot make Jama Muzakkar Salim from it. You can't make a sound masculine plural from it. So you can only make a sound masculine plural from it if it has a round ta in its feminine form. Alright?
Yeah.
So you're going to look at this. This is a quality. This word is a quality. It's masculine, it possesses intellect, and it's a quality. I want to make sound masculine plural from it. What do you have to test? You have to look at its feminine form.
Yeah.
If the feminine form has got a round ta, then you can't make Jama Mudhakkar Salim from this.
Yeah.
If it hasn't got a round ta in its feminine form, then you
Do not do it.
then you can't make Jama Muzakkar Salim. Alright? So example, Ahmaru cannot be made into Ahmaruna. Sakranu, the singular form, cannot be made into a Jama of Sakranuna. Jarihun, it cannot have a Jama of Jarihuna. Okay? Because in all of these forms, the feminine form does not have a round ta. Alright? Yeah. So these qualities, even though they are masculine, even though they possess intellect, they cannot be made into Jama Muzakkar Salim. You can't make them longer by adding a waw noon at the end or a ya noon at the end. Alright? Because their feminine form does not have a round ta. You understand? Next, Ism Tafdeel is an exception to this rule. Right? Ism Tafdeel. Ism tafdeel is a noun of superiority. It comes on the scale of af'alu. Right? What scale does it come on? Af'alu. What scale?
Af'alu.
Right. So if it is ism tafdeel, af'alu, if it's for a male who possesses intellect, it can be made into jama mudhakkar salim when making a plural. So you can make it into af'aluna or af'alina. Okay, you can. Even if its feminine form does not have a round da. For this particular pattern, you can't make it into a jama mudhakkar salim, sound masculine plural, by just adding something at the end. Why? Because it mentions it's an exception to the rule. Alright, it doesn't. This feminine form does not have to have a round da. Okay. So, for example, akramu is masculine. It possesses intellect. It means like the most respected. You can make it into akramuna or akramina. Okay. Even though its feminine form, even if its feminine form does not possess a round ta. Alright. What other ism tafdeel, noun of superiority, superlative noun can you think of? Allahu Akbar. Akbaru, greatest. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Afdalu, best. Asgharu, smallest. You understand? There's loads like this, okay? All of those which come on this scale, they are nouns of superiority. So these nouns of superiority, can you say akbaruna? Yes, because it's for a male, it possesses intellect, right? And the other thing here is that even though the feminine form does not have a ta, is regardless, we don't consider that here. We still allow it to be made into jama mudhakkar salim, sound masculine plural. Alright?
Yeah.
Next. Then he mentions some plurals which are rare, which are shadh and against the rule, khilaf qiyas. They are khilaf qiyas, alright, against the rule, yeah. And some which are rare, like ardun, which means earth, it can be made into arduna. Sanatun can be made into sinuna, right? Ardun is earth. It's not masculine, it doesn't possess intellect, but still you make it into arduna. But this is rare, we say. It's going against the general rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
You say it is rare.
Yeah.
It's odd one. Another odd one is sanatun. Again, sanatun. Look, it's got a round ta at the end, right?
Yeah.
It's not even a masculine, it's feminine. And look, you're making sinuna out of it. Sinuna, right? You're making it into jama mudhakkar salim, sound masculine plural, out of both of these. But what do we say? What's the answer to this? These are rare. These are
rare.
So even though they're not going according to those rules, they are rare. You always get rarities as well. Okay, you find certain words and they are known as shadh. What are they known as? Shadh. Shadh means they are rare. They are not according to the general rule. Okay, and most of the rules of Arabic grammar are general rules. Okay, they have a few minor exceptions, but the rules are mostly for generality. They apply generally in the Arabic language. Okay, next, it mentions here sometimes the jama', the plural, can be a totally different word from the singular word. Alright, the singular word can be totally different, the plural word will be something completely different, right? For example, imra'atun means woman, one woman in the wahid, singular form, and the plural of it is nisa'un, which means women. Now look, there are two completely different words. Imra'atun, woman. Nisa'un, women. They are two completely different words from the singular form to the plural form. Completely different words, okay? Yeah. This can happen. Or another one is dhu. Zu would mean for one person, like a possessor of. Possessor of. It means possessor of. And look, in the Jama it's called ulu, right? Ulu. And this ulu is the plural, and zu was the single. And look, they're completely different words. So sometimes a plural can be a totally different word to the singular form. Alright? And this Jama is called Jam'un min ghayri lafzi wahidihi. Okay? A plural from other than its single word. Okay? A plural which is other than its singular word. Easy, isn't it? It's a plural which is different from its singular word. The single form is a different word. This plural is Jam'un min ghayri lafzi wahidihi. Okay? That plural which is different from the singular word. Okay?
Yeah.
Next, another rule. Sometimes the wahid and the jama', the singular form and the plural form, are the exact same word. Okay?
Yeah.
The exact same word is used for both. Alright? And the only difference here is dependent upon the context and the meaning you're using it in. Do you understand?
Yeah.
For example, fulkun is the singular form, which means a boat. Fulkun. Yeah? And the plural form is also fulkun, which means boats.
Yeah.
Okay? So fulkun can also mean one boat. Fulkun can also mean many boats. The single form and the plural form are exactly the same. Okay? So how do the scholars of Arabic grammar tell the difference between these two? They say that they are on a different scale. The singular form is on the scale of kuflun. On what scale? Kuflun. Kuflun means lock. Alright?
Yeah.
And a lock is a single. So we say the singular form is on this scale. On the scale of kuflun, which means a lock. And we say the plural form is on the scale of usdun. Usdun means lions. It's a plural, do you understand?
Yeah.
So when I say fulkun, referring to a single boat, we say this fulkun falls on the scale of kuflun, which means lock. Yeah? If I say fulkun, I'm referring to many boats. We say this fulkun is on the scale of usdun, which means many lions. So it's just like a technicality, yeah? But basically all it means is the singular form and the plural form is the exact same word, and this is how they just differentiate the grammarians, okay? Now, there is also jama', which means plural, and then there's ismu jama', which means noun of plural. Okay? The difference between these two is that in jama', plural, a plural, jama', it is necessary for it to have a mufrad, a single form as well. For a jama', plural, it is necessary for it to have a
Mufrad.
single as well, okay? Whether it is min lafzihi or whether it is min ghayri lafzihi. Okay? Whether it's got a plural which is made from its single form. What were them ones? Jama salim. It could be a sound one where you just add something on the end. Or it could be jama mukassar. It could be a broken one where you break the single word and make it into a different form and make it into a plural.
Yeah.
Or it can also be jama min ghayri lafzihi, which we just learned about. It could be a plural of that single form. It could be a plural which is a totally different word, right? But if it is jama, if it is plural, it will always have a single form. Okay? Whether the single form is a totally different word or whether the single form is the same kind of word. Okay? You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jama always has a mufrad, single, a wahid. But ism Jama, the noun of plural, a noun denoting a plural, yeah? Ism Jama has a meaning of Jama, has a meaning of plural, but it doesn't have a single form at all. It doesn't have a mufrad at all. It denotes on the meaning of a plural, but it's not necessary for it to have a single form. Examples, you'll understand by the examples. Qawmun. Qawmun means what? Tribe. Like a nation, a tribe. Has it got a single form at all? No. Another one is Rahtun. And this means a group. Okay? Now these two forms, they are ism Jama. They are nouns which denote upon a plural. They denote upon a nation, a group, a large number. But they are not Jama. They are ism Jama. Alright? Yeah. Why are they not Jama? Because they don't have a single form. Does tribe or people, like a large amount of people, tribe and nation, does it have a single form?
No.
It doesn't. Alright? Does a group have a single form? No, it doesn't. Okay? So that's why it's called ism Jama. It's a ism Jama. Alright? It's a noun of plural. It's not a plural. It's not just Jama. Because if it was just Jama, what would it have? A wahid. It would have a mufrad. It would have a single form. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's the difference between Jama and Ism Jama. Jama has mufrad. Ism Jama is used